So today we are going to start with chapter 2 is matter around us pure. Now we go to the market, right? We go to the market and we purchase your consumable things, right? Because we are human beings, we need food to eat, right? So we purchase consumable items. So consumable means things which we can eat, right? So when you suppose ghee, butter, juice, mineral water, then salt, right? So if there are different items that we purchase. Now when we purchase, how do we know that the things that I am purchasing is pure, right? So we are common man, we see the word pure and we purchase it, right? We see the word pure and we purchase the item, right? Because we are common men. But what happens is, for scientists, this pure is different, right? For us common men, when we see this word pure, we feel that it is no adulteration. No adulteration means poor quality, right? Poor quality or mixed quality, okay? Poor quality products, right? But when this is for common men, this is what we as common men we think, right? But when it comes to scientists, this word pure is completely different, right? So what do the scientists think about this word pure? Now according to the scientists, if we say pure, it means that it consists of only one matter, okay, one single substance or one single form of matter, okay. For scientists it is single form of matter, single form of substance or matter, right? So this is the difference. When we are common men, we think that pure means it is not a mixed, it's not a mixed or poor quality food. But for scientists, pure means it's only a single form of matter, okay, in that product. Now here, a pure, for a scientist, a pure substance, right, a pure substance consists of only a single particle, that is single form. As I told you, a substance, a pure substance for a scientist will only be of a single particle, okay. It will be of a single particle, right? It will not be of a mixed particle, right? Now for example, let us take, what is, if for the scientist single particle means substance, then what is mixed? Okay, mixed means mixture, right? So now we will study about mixture. Now mixture means more than one particles or more than one form is involved into it, right? So mixtures are when do we have mixtures? Now when we go to the market and we purchase a packet of mixture, what is there inside? Is it only one kind of the one kind of food item that we get? No, it is of multiple food items, right, together put inside one packet, right? So similarly here also, your mixture means more than your more than one substance, right? When it is mixed together, it is called mixture, right? So what is a mixture? Mixture is, your mixture is a form when two or more substances are mixed together with without participating in the chemical change. Now for example, for mixture, right? Now if I take sand and water, okay, sand and water. Now I take a glass of water, okay, one glass of water, and I take 2 spoons of sand, okay, and I put the sand in the water and I try to dissolve it and I keep it at one side. After some time, when I observe, I will see that the sand has gone down and the sand has gone at the bottom of the glass and it has settled, right, and the water has become clean, right. So this is what is called mixture, right. Now mixture is of two types, right. Mixture is of two types. What are the two types? Mixture is of two types. One is homogeneous mixture and the other one is heterogeneous mixture, right. Now what do you mean by homogeneous mixture? I will give you example, you will understand this better. Now in homogeneous mixture, let me take the example of salt and water, right. Now salt and water, I take a glass of water, I take 2 spoons of salt and I mix the salt in the water, okay, with a spoon, with the help of a spoon. Then after some time when I observe, can I see the difference of salt and water in that glass? No, I will not be able to see it with my naked eyes, right, because it will dissolve, salt will dissolve in water. This is called homogeneous mixture, right. So in the major characteristics of homogeneous mixture is that particles are distributed uniformly, okay. It gets dissolved. Uniformly means it gets dissolved. The second one is that we cannot see it with our naked eyes, right. We cannot see it with our naked eyes, okay, because it got dissolved, so we cannot see it. The third thing is that there is uniform composition. Because of uniform composition only it's being able to dissolve, right. So these are the characteristics of homogeneous mixture, right. Next we come to heterogeneous mixture, right. Now what is there in heterogeneous mixture? Now it will be opposite of homogeneous mixture. Now in this heterogeneous mixture, let us take while doing mixture we have already spoken about sand and water, right. So here what will happen? When we take a glass of water, we put 2 spoons of sand in it, and when we stir it, after some time we see that the sand goes down at the bottom of the glass and the water comes up. So we can see it with our open eyes. We can see the difference with our open eyes. This is called heterogeneous mixture, right. So what are the characteristics for heterogeneous mixture? It will be opposite of what we have written for homogeneous. So it is particles are distributed non-uniformly. That is why it doesn't get dissolved in water. Next is we can see the result with our own eyes, right. And the third one is there is non-uniform composition. Because of non-uniform composition only it is not getting dissolved in water, right. So this is what is about heterogeneous mixture. Now in your book there is an activity, there are 2 activities given, activity 2.1 and activity 2.2. So activity 2.1 you can do it as I have already explained. For homogeneous you can take your salt and 1 glass of water and 2 spoons of salt. You can mix it in the you can mix the salt in the water and you can observe, okay. After some time you can observe whether you can see the salt and the water separate, right. And for heterogeneous you can see sand and water. You can mix sand with water and you can after some time you can see the observation with your own eyes, and you can see that the sand will settle down at the bottom of the glass and the water will become more clear, right? So this is the first activity 2.1, but the second activity you will not be able to do it because you will not be having the required materials for doing the activity. Anyway, when we do the second activity will contain your three parts, that will be your solution, suspension and the colloidal solution. So this we will be doing it in the further exercises. Okay, the next topic is only solution. After that we'll be doing suspension and then we'll be doing colloidal solution. So in page number 15 you have two questions which is given there. What is meant by a substance, and list the points of differences between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. So I will send you across the answer. You need to write it down in your science classwork, right?